Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are checking out The Lovely Bones. All I know about this one is that it's directed by Peter Jackson. And that's it. No idea what I'm in for.
Yeah, I have not seen this movie, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to give it a watch and see what even happens, because I don't really know too much about it.
First time I learned that this movie existed, well, now. So, but if it's by Peter Jackson, y'all recommended it. It's got to be good, right?
Yeah, first time watch here. Zero idea of what we're about to step into. So hopefully I am interested to see how Peter Jackson's going to do this because really, I can't even remember the last thing. Obviously, the only thing that really sticks out is Lord of the Rings. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Let's go!
Uh-oh. Looks like my garage door opener just called it quits.
All right, this should be a quick and easy job. All we have to do is replace the motor. I'm thinking maybe an hour tops.
You want me using this ladder?
Hey, look, the other guys brought the fiberglass ones out to another job. This is all we had left at the shop. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
Looks like Noah used this thing to build the ark.
Guy, it's gonna be just fine. It's a quick, easy job. We're not going up that high. Just don't worry about it. Look, I'm counting on you.
Counting on you. Counting on you. Counting on you. You know, he's always counting on me. Look at this thing. Oh no. Oh. Ah! Ah, my leg! My leg! Ah! Ah!
You're gonna need some help with that. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But this guy is worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But this guy doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. If you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can click the link in the description, www.forthepeople.com/medicine, to see if you have a case. This guy did, now he's back in the game.
Marky
I
Mark.
remember being
Mark.
really small, and I remember the penguin who lived inside the globe.
Look at that attire.
He was all alone in there, and I worried for him.
He has a nice life. He's trapped in a perfect world. Look at that, Susie Q.
Party time. Furious jumping.
Whoa! Oh,
That's a lot of books.
Lots of books.
Well, that's how that goes.
12 years
12 years
later,
later.
still reading.
And
Good Cook's
Gardening,
Guide.
Baby care.
And she is now older.
I loved the way a photo could capture a moment before it was gone. For now, I'd have to make do with Grace Tarking.
He's got the ankle weights.
It's strange, the memories you keep. I remember going with Dad to the sinkhole out at the Connors farm.
Oh,
Just fill it with
There's
garbage.
something about the way the earth could swallow.
Yep, sure
Oh,
do.
I guess so.
That's how it was in the 70s.
And I remember the girl who lived there, Ruth Connors. The kids at our school said she was weird, but now I know she saw things others didn't. And I remember the worst thing that ever happened to us as a family.
Somebody help! Mom!
Oh my.
Made my little brother stop
Oh.
breathing.
Wait,
An allergic
what
reaction
happened?
to something.
Swallowed a twig.
Oh, God, he's turning blue.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh,
the old
There goes the
classic
hub.
hubcap.
Hey, she got him there though.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Oh,
Way to get him there. Hey.
And I remember the light in my parents' eyes. Grandma Lynn predicted I would live a long and happy life because I had saved my brother. As usual, Grandma Lynn was wrong.
oh,
what?
Oh, that's
My name is Salmon. First name, Susie. I was 14 years old when I was murdered
Holy
on
shit.
December 6th, 1973.
what?
What?
See that the guy in the glasses? That was our guy from Devil Wears Prada.
J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. Little Peter Jackson.
He doesn't know I exist.
He's cute.
We're safe now. He's gone into the record store. I wasn't safe. A man in my neighborhood was watching me. But
Oh,
I was too busy thinking about the length of Ray Singh's eyelashes.
See how
that seems like our guy.
You like him, he likes you. What's the holdup? My first kiss was with a grown man. Glorious.
Yeah.
It took me a long time before I realized that a kiss like that, it only happens once.
It wasn't Mr. O'Dwyer, by the way.
Oh, well, okay.
Mr. O'Dwyer never hurt anyone.
Oh, aren't we all guilty?
Yeah. Good
O'Dwyer's
work,
own
guys.
daughter
Well,
died a
that's
year and a
misdirection.
half after I
it's
did.
all right.
Oh.
Oh,
She had leukemia.
This is
My
intriguing with
murderer
the
was
story.
a man from our neighborhood.
oh, they not going to show him? Oh, it's so crazy with the camera shots from inside the dollhouse.
Well, that, and I'm surprised the storytelling so far told us the answer, but then going to show us. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
a bad thing. I'm just surprised they did that.
Ugh. Hatches and ladders.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, here we go.
Always wanted to do this, but never did it. I think it takes a lot of patience. That's why I didn't do it.
You might want to clarify. 'cause
He
there's a lot
means
of
the
things-
ship
the
building.
ship. That's why I said it as he was
You want to
building the ship.
clarify the timing.
Well, as they were building the ship like
these
this.
ships. Is
Yes.
what,
No, you got to drop in
the
and
miniature
fast
ships.
answer. You can't do
I
this. You got to get in and get out.
I said I've always wanted to do this as they're showing them doing the miniature ship.
I always wanted to build a ship in a bottle.
My first mate, Susie Q. One day all of this will be yours.
Jeez, man. I mean, this is unique too because we know as the audience what's coming.
Yeah.
And it's still going to be devastating.
Well, and it's hard to have the lighthearted moments and stuff that they're having in here when you know what's going to happen.
Susie, you used up all the film? Do you have any idea what this is going to cost?
So we pay for one all month.
One roll a month. You realize by the time I see my photos, I'm going to be middle-aged.
So she did mention that she did take a picture of him. So it's on one of those rolls.
Yep. Oh, this music.
What's that?
That's your new hat, sweetie.
I thought you'd given up knitting.
Oh, no, I'm still knitting. You want me to make you one, too?
It's terrified.
Nope.
Ugh. What a creep.
White car.
That's what he had out in the field.
Othello. What is that? It sounds like a mint.
Isn't she in the Goldbergs?
Yes.
It's nice to see you too, Brian.
You coming or not?
Yeah.
Hey, Susie.
Look at that.
Turtleneck and a sport jacket. That's villain wear.
Othello.
It was amazing.
That's another thing we have in common.
We have things in common?
What else do we have in common?
Don't you know?
You don't even read them. Well, I do.
Susie, what are you doing on Saturday?
It's hard to get excited about anything given what they've told us already.
You are beautiful, Susie Salmon.
Punch him. Punch him. Slap him.
Forget it.
It's obscene. Are you listening to me? There are no breasts on this anatomy model.
There are no eyes or mouth either.
And now there are pictures of naked women all over this school. Move along, people. Meet me at the mall, 10 o'clock, Saturday. Now, the gazebo.
I don't trust anybody.
Especially with blazer and turtleneck.
I don't think that was Scott Baio. That was one of the
Well, I like how,
Partridge Family kids.
I like how you're saying that about him, but yet she said it's your
Yeah, we
neighbor
know.
who's an older guy.
I know. We know who it is, but still.
I'm not saying he's the one who did it.
protective.
I'm saying I don't trust.
Oh, God, there's the cornfield.
There's the cornfield.
Buckley, go wash your hands.
Oh, my.
Susie with you?
No.
It's Creeper waiting in there.
Oh, there's whatever the note he put in there. Oh,
No.
why would he be there?
I hope that was your homework. You remember me. I live right down the street, down in the greenhouse. You know, you're the perfect person for me to run into because I just built this thing over here and I want to get a second opinion. Do you mind taking a look?
Actually, Mr. Harvey, I have to get home.
That's okay. I'll show the other kids in the neighborhood. They're going to be very excited about it. Come on, it'll take 2 minutes.
You can still see her way in the background.
What is it?
I built it for the kids in the neighborhood. I thought they could use it as a kind of a clubhouse. Or you want to be the first one to try it out?
I'll make her a plate.
God, this makes me sick.
There, have a seat.
You think she's still at the mall? Yeah.
And nice with the candles and everything, right? That's a cute hat. I like that hat very much. Would you like a refreshment, Susie?
I have to go.
No, be polite. Be polite. That's another rule.
This piece of shit.
God, just this feeling I have is just gross.
Yep.
Are you warm? Very pretty, Susie.
Thanks.
Do you have a boyfriend?
She's terrified.
No, see, I knew you weren't like those other girls.
I wish you would just throw that bottle at his face.
Nice down here, isn't it? Special.
I have to go.
I don't want you to leave.
Oh, this is so gross.
She got out. Even though she told us what happens, part of me
You're
is still holding on to
hoping,
some
yeah.
hope, even though we
Well,
know.
There's the note, and she's got to be thinking she should have been behind me.
That was
not her.
You see her, would you please just call? Thank you. Would you please wait for the police?
Look, stay by the phone. This is my little girl, Susie. She hasn't come home from school. Have you seen her? Ma'am, could you take a look at this? Have you seen this little girl?
God, she's going all over town, and it's just right down the road.
Yep.
Not that he knows that, but you know what I mean? Like the coincidence of everything.
Yep.
Susan has been missing for, what is it, 4 hours now?
Susie.
It's the first time she's run away?
She didn't run away. She's missing.
Any problems at home?
Take care.
Dad?
Oh shit! It's the echo. She's
Yep.
gone.
The way they're using the light, it definitely feels like Peter Jackson.
She was wearing a hand-knitted wool hat.
What a perspective we're getting on this now.
Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if this is their like super elegant way of showing us that she's gone.
Yeah, and what happened? Oh, absolutely it is, but and just what happened is this.
Oh my God.
That's what he did after.
Yep.
Went home to take a bath.
course he took a trophy.
This is really trippy.
Secure that cordon.
Set up the ICP at the school.
There's the hat.
We found some evidence in the cornfield behind the school. There was a cavity in the earth, a lot of debris. We think it's the remains of some kind of structure. We also found blood. I'm very sorry.
I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of all of us. I'll make it right.
Why would somebody want to watch a movie like this? Bro, this is just awful.
Thank you for your time. Welcome. Have a good day.
So if they had all that blood there, was she buried there, or did they dig out the cavity? I didn't hear them say they dug it out or anything.
Well, they found stuff in there. She wasn't buried there.
Yeah,
didn't
they
find
just
the body.
found blood.
Okay. I took it a different way, so. I hope you goof up, you son of a bitch.
Mr. Harvey.
Yes?
Detective Len Fennerman. You have some time for a few questions?
Certainly. I think when something like this happens, you always blame yourself. It does not ring a bell.
But you were at home that day.
Oh, it's right there.
Turn around. Please catch it.
Last Wednesday, no, I was home all day.
You married?
I was.
But you have kids.
It's right there.
You mind if I take a look?
No.
I mean, come on, he's a cop. The creepo meter's got to be going off.
I used to do cabinet making, but there's not much call for that these days. Took a risk and tried something new and discovered a talent that I didn't know I had.
Something's got to be.
Doing that with the windows.
That underneath the stairs. Oh, that would be the basement.
Something had to like trigger him just a little bit.
I mean, he's a detective. Like,
Oh, he got vibes for sure from
Yeah.
that guy.
I was slipping away. Life was leaving me. Then I remembered there was something I was meant to do. Somewhere I was meant to be. Right?
In the turtleneck. So this is where, eh?
A quarry.
Yeah.
You just had to keep something.
Yep.
That's
how most serial killers are.
Yeah.
They have to keep something. It's because of their ego and.
Wow. It's interesting the way they did that.
Yeah, the way they're taking us on her journey, but in a very indirect way.
If I had but an hour of love.
I would give my love to see some more.
Are you the
there-
more?
There she is. She's got to
I think this
help
belongs to you.
put this together somehow.
And maybe the both of them do?
Yeah. Because she's going to know the last place Susie was at.
I write poetry. You're quite good. You miss her, don't you? I never knew what dead meant. I used to think it meant lost. Frozen.
She's gone.
What if she's still here?
Yeah. Oh, so she actually saw that and felt it, yeah.
Who are you? She saw you. That girl.
I think my hand touched hers.
She carry you now for the rest of her life. I'm Holly. Holly Go Lightly. I borrowed it. You can do that up here. This place is not really one place, and also is not the other place.
Holly said there was a wide, wide heaven beyond everything we knew. I was still looking back. I have to go home.
It's almost like her spirit is still fighting. Mm-hmm. In a way.
Trying to stay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is pretty unique the way they're kind of telling us her story through this way. And keeping her alive this way through the movie, knowing how tragic those events were.
It's such a gross start, and I guess they're trying to put a positive spin on it here or something.
I had a feeling he was going to do that. Yeah, it's unique how they're showing us.
My murderer began to feel safe. He knew people wanted to move on. He took comfort in the thought no one was looking at him.
I hope they get that son of a bitch.
He didn't understand how much a father could love his child.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Dad!
Oh, only the reflection was affected by the wind.
It's okay. He knows I'm here. I was still with him. I wasn't lost or frozen. I was alive in my own perfect world.
Like the snow globe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's the penguin.
Mm-hmm. Boom. What a wild trip this has turned into be now.
Mm-hmm. From where we started.
From where,
the absolute
exactly.
dread and anxiety of where we started. Now it's like, okay, how do we come to a conclusion?
Well, there's a lot of film left. I'm so, I don't want to say lost because it's not like, it's very unique.
I saw Susie. She came into my room. She kissed me on the cheek.
Come here, buddy.
It's a crime to be creative in this family. One rule a month.
Here we go. Ah, there's Peter Jackson.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these are good.
Why do you keep this thing dragging out like this?
We're not dragging it out. We made a deal.
There is no deal, Jack.
Go get him, Jack. Go get him.
Susie is a smart kid. She would never go out with a stranger. I've got several names, actually. Ronald Driver.
Do you have an address?
He's a janitor. Michael Gitchell.
See, and
He's
then he's
scrapbooking it.
Yep. They found people that have done that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Is this like their trophy case?
Len, I found another one.
Listen, you gotta trust me, okay?
I've been at the public records office all day. Got a lot of stuff to go over here. I think you're coming at it from the wrong angle.
Stop it now. Will you just stop? Can't you just leave it alone?
I know it's been 11 months. I know you've been trying to deal with this in your own way, but she needs someone to help her get through this.
I'm glad they gave us a time frame because that was a quick lapse of time going by, and I know they showed the trees.
Yep,
and now
we know.
These are gone.
Mother's in crisis, your father's a wreck.
What does that make you?
I'm in charge.
And now they hit us with a banger.
Right?
This is such a ride. That's the answer.
I'm having a hard time with the comedy here, guys.
I think that was a thing before. Hey, look, kids getting it.
Then a giant puff of smoke. He doesn't see them anymore. Then he runs. Run.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be touching the room either.
Animals always know.
Yep, they always know.
All right. Okay. You're a salmon girl, right? Okay.
It was interesting. They've been showing her working out, jogging. She was doing push-ups.
I'm wondering it too, if that's like a way that to defend herself. She's worried about because of what happened to her sister.
Grandma, she's here.
What?
Susie. Susie's in the in-between.
God, what show were we watching that did this kind of in the in-between?
I was in the blue horizon between heaven and earth, and I would hear them calling, the voices of the dead. I wanted to follow them, to find a way out, but I would always come back to the same door. I knew if I went in there, I would never come out. My murderer could live in one moment for a long time, but then he would feel it, the emptiness returning, and the need would rise in him again. He noticed young lovers would sneak into the cornfield. He began to follow them and watch.
What a jeez. I shouldn't be surprised, but
No.
Cooking, Sherry, please. You have to find a way to live with this.
I am living with this.
not
I am dealing. I'm
you don't
coping.
go into
I'm
Susan.
dealing
You
with
won't
it.
let anybody
so
touch her things. You have a tomb in the middle of your house. Do you really think if you seal it up that the pain's gonna go away?
it might not. But still, sometimes the way they left it is the way you want it.
My mother went as far away as she could. Work was hard, but
Wow.
she didn't mind.
I didn't see that.
I didn't
see that coming.
I didn't think she would leave everything behind.
Yeah, she still has 2 kids.
Yeah.
I know the marriage wasn't going perfect, but
And Lindsay, who always said she didn't believe in love, found it anyway.
at least he wasn't wearing a turtleneck.
She was growing up.
What's the matter? I thought you'd be happy.
Now it's like a theater stage.
Always, I would watch Ray. And sometimes, Ray would think of me. But he began to wonder maybe it was time to put that memory away.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're getting another step closer here. Jesus, he's eyeing.
Now he's going after her.
My murderer had finely tuned instincts. He knew my sister had begun to wonder about the solitary man who lived in the greenhouse. She seemed intent on crowding him, and he resented it.
Yeah, he thinks she's teasing him, basically.
Well, remember, she did say that he gets that itch.
Yeah,
He began to feel
Yeah.
There you
a
go.
familiar itch.
Last one.
So if he's still doing it 1 month.
12 rolls, right? Yeah.
Well, no, it's been longer than that. That was the last one in the box.
That was the last one in the box.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. This is the one.
Careful, honey.
Finally click.
Whoa.
Does you see him? Oh, you're right there.
Oh, nice.
Now.
Oh.
They did show a shot of him shutting the door, so I wonder if that's what she was in.
Well, I was under the impression he put her in the bottom of the quarry when she was.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah, in a safe. Yeah.
That's my guess, because remember that they did a quick shot of him shutting something.
That's right.
The last thing like she saw.
Yeah.
Mr. Salmon. Hi. This is the project I'm working on.
You're a hunter?
Ducks. Takes a lot of patience. Sit for hours on end in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Grab it so it moves.
Yep.
I never got a chance to tell you how sorry I am about your loss.
Whoa.
That is an f***ing sign.
Oh, no, that's all right. Really, I can manage.
It's no trouble.
All right. Appreciate it.
Whoa, the color change.
That was a wild color change.
You're welcome. It's a beautiful smell.
Oh, he remembers. Keeps looking at her. And he's remembering.
I think it's time for you to go home now, Mr. Salmon.
God, that look.
Oh. Now they both know.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
It's gotta stop, Jack. You came this close to getting arrested tonight. This is the example you're setting for your kids? Persecuting the neighbors.
Why can't you just admit it? You stopped looking for her a long time ago.
It's time to put this behind us. It's gone on too long.
Oof.
I appreciate everything you've done. You've been a great friend to me.
Is that him just trying to throw him off, you think? The detective?
I think so.
Yeah, like
he wanted to turn his.
Oh,
he wanted to turn it off that quick.
Oh. But he still needs to find some evidence, otherwise he's just going to get locked up.
Murder changes everything. I never hated anyone.
Oh, shit.
I want him dead.
What am I now? The dead girl? I'm nothing.
Curious why he would be building that thing in his own backyard, though.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's duck blind. Perfectly normal.
I know, but to try to do anything in his own backyard.
Well, I think he's going to move it.
Yeah.
I was so stupid.
You don't control this, Susie.
Oh, don't get caught. Oh, jeez, he is like...
It was right on
right
him.
there.
He's going out into the cornfield.
Yep.
You can be free of him.
I wonder if he's going to bring the duck blind out into the cornfield.
Yeah.
In the end, you will understand. Everybody dies.
Shit, he's going to run into them first.
Or he's going to catch him in the act.
Or catch dude trying to do something to those two.
Yeah.
I realized what I had done. I willed him to stop.
Whoa. And the music and the lightning, it's like all his rage all built up.
I know it's you.
Ah.
Come on.
Yeah.
He's sitting there watching.
Yeah, with the bat. Shit.
Wait, what?
He's dead.
Go.
He's dead.
Go.
Oh, he's definitely not.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh.
Got the shit kicked out of him. But does this leave a window now for...
Neighbor just watched the whole thing.
Yep.
That's good news, at least from what could have happened.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, he's out easy 3 months.
Oh, yeah. Sinkhole.
I knew then he would never give me up, and he had loved me as much as he could. I had to let him go.
God, how does he has to get caught?
Okay, what is it about this house that she was worried about? Going in and never coming back.
What a transition that was.
Sophie Sacchetti, Pennsylvania. She had been his landlady.
She's signing all of them.
Fine, yeah.
He said a familiar itch.
Yep. Oh, that's the beach ball from her dream before.
Are we going to find out this guy's got like a... Yep.
Yeah, that's the way it looks.
Jackie Meyer, 1967. She had just turned 13.
Jesus.
Leah Fox, 1969.
Saw the hat before.
She was already dead when he dumped her body in the river. Lana Johnson, 1960. She was lured into a shack he had built out of old doors. She was 6.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Flora Hernandez, 1963. Denise Lee Eng, 1971. 13. She was waiting for her father to close up their shop when she vanished, who sometimes liked to be
Oh,
called
that's her.
Holly.
That's why she's saying sometimes you just go. Because she's tried before and it hasn't worked, is what I'm thinking as well.
That's going to be the downfall. And that's her. Oh my God, we're going to get it.
We're going to see it.
Oh my God.
Susie Salmon, 14, 1973. Murdered in a room he had built under the earth.
7. And this piece of shit's
Yeah.
trying to work on 8.
You okay, Lindsay?
You go on.
You sure?
Don't be alone.
No, I think she's baiting him. She knows what she's doing.
Well, I know she's breaking away from the pack. She wants to investigate that house.
Yeah.
It's probably Lindsay that brings him down, though.
Sorry, my ball flew over here.
Did a great job just taking out the whole.
I thought she was going to try to set him up there on the road. But this is better.
My worry is that somehow she's going to get trapped.
Oh, she's going to find the charm. She's got to.
Oh, my God. She's still there.
Yeah, she's been in the safe the whole time.
Well, I thought.
Well, that's why he kept on. That's why he sits in the basement. He stares at.
Yeah.
Because it's his latest trophy.
Yep. We'll just say, mark it up for me being slow. But I always thought the safe.
You thought he got rid of it.
Yeah, they showed
in the cutbacks.
Yeah, they showed the quarry and they showed her sinking. But yeah, once they showed the safe in the basement. Yeah.
But her sinking was her charms.
Yeah.
Oh. What if she finds the scrapbook?
Yep. Oh, just the paper boy.
Can we check the driveway just in case here, for my sake? You got to start closing this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I mean, obviously the basement's one thing, but maybe they're doing one of those things where they're coming. She just left.
Yeah.
But they're overlapping. Like right now, she's still there, but showing that.
No, boy.
The way they can make a car like menacing with the sound and the shot, the way they do the cameras. Oh,
Man. She's going to get caught. There's a scrapbook.
Right there.
Evidence. All right, now bail.
Oh, that's his planning book that he drew.
Oh, the planning book. Yes.
Drew everything. Yep, cornfield. Saw Salmon Girl. It's all right there.
Oh, man. I don't know how she's getting out of this.
Taking it and run, Heisman style.
He knew her path.
Yep. Cornfield.
This
Just
tension.
what more do you need?
Oh.
There it is. You got your evidence. Please get out.
Oh, he'll see the window. Get out.
Don't make a noise. Oh, the tension.
Oh, the camera shots just.
They add such a dramatic effect to it. Oh, shit. There you go. No! Oh, man.
Wind knocked out of her.
Yeah.
Go!
Good thing she can run.
Yep.
Oh, he's bailing.
Yep.
Where's Dad?
She's back.
Mom's
Perfect
back.
timing.
Mom.
We get it. We get it. Go.
Where's Buckley? He's at soccer practice, and I have to pick him up.
She
in an
would
hour.
be saying something right now.
I have the book. Well, and with the, oh my God.
I don't like the dramatic effect here. Any kid would be like, Dad.
Is she saying forget it, or what is she doing?
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because she's seeing that they're happy and that they've moved on from it. No.
Look at you. What happened?
If she doesn't turn it in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez.
Well, she didn't want to give it to the parents.
No, I understand.
But still.
It probably wouldn't have gotten to that point if in real life when someone... Everything we've been fighting for, Dad, right here. Especially when it's the death of your sister.
Yeah.
No. We're closed. I really hate to inconvenience you, but would you like some help? Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Come on. Stotter's got to come on and say something.
No, she's going to be there. Her and Ray.
Yeah. Come on, Susie, one last time.
I come here almost every day. I like to listen to the sounds.
I bet they're all there waiting for him to be.
Yep.
Did she tell you about this place?
Yes.
Then you must be ready. The others will be here soon.
I like how they told us that basically the end's coming right here. Wow, this is wild. Seeing all the other spirits of the others.
Yeah, there's the flute that was in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
There's Holly.
Yeah.
Think something's gonna break open?
Either that or
She's
she called the police or something.
Let's go.
Yeah, he knows.
What are you waiting for? You're
She's
free.
gotta tell her one last time.
Almost. Ray!
Oh, there's a reflection.
There we go.
like literally have goosebumps right now.
Yeah. Same.
Reese? Oh, yeah, it's gonna be Susie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The level of tension they have right here, waiting for this resolution.
I got you.
Kiss me.
No. Was it gonna break open?
Part of me wants. Nope, not at all.
Oh.
Hey.
You're beautiful, Susie Salmon.
These were the lovely bones that had grown around my absence. The connections, sometimes tenuous, but often magnificent,
Oh, wow.
that happened after I was gone. And I began to see things in a way that let me hold the world without me in it.
No.
It's a cold one tonight. You looking for a ride?
No.
I'm not trying to do nothing, just trying to be polite.
See going down that ledge?
Maybe alone at night, not safe.
Didn't you hear me? Piss off.
Oh, the icicle's gonna break. Oh,
So that's why I kept seeing the icicles.
yeah. Oh,
Good. Hit that one. Hit that.
hit that one.
Oh, no. Keep falling, you son of a bitch.
That's
I would have rather seen him rot in jail, though.
That wasn't enough.
All this time, I'd been waiting for her. I was afraid she wouldn't come.
I love you, Susie.
Nobody notices when we leave. The moment when we really choose to go. My name is Salmon. Like the fish. I was here for a moment. And then I was gone. I wish you all a long and happy life.
Lovely bones.
Wow.
What a weird, I don't want to say weird, but
Well,
interesting wild ride we took from where the beginning went to the middle, and just the whole arc of this was interesting.
There's been a handful of movies that we've done here on the channel that are very emotional, but this is one where I never had the feeling ever of not wanting to watch a movie anymore and then not being able to stop watching a movie. It was totally wild. Like I was so grossed out by the first, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, whatever it was, when we were having the setup, and you know everything that's going to happen. So you're not almost able to appreciate the little bits of comedy and fun and the nice moments that they put in there with Mark Wahlberg and Susie. So it's hard to appreciate that because you know what's going to happen. So like you have this constant feeling of like dread and anxiety the first half, and you're grossed out by it. I was like, I can't believe people would want to watch this movie. Like I said, the first couple of bits, I don't know if it'll make the cut through the first 30, 40 minutes, but then, I couldn't stop watching it. And look, it had, the use of, and just to look at it from just a film perspective before I get into the movie a little bit, just the use of colors and camera shots and lighting and the way that they did the pans and the transitions were all brilliant in this movie. And I'm not sure what year this came out, but nonetheless, I mean, okay, so I mean, some of the special effects were done in a way where I think traditionally we look at them and be like, oh, okay, those are a little bit dated. But I think in this movie, I think given the concept and what we were dealing with, I think the almost not realistic looking special effects, if that makes sense, when we're seeing a lot of the different things that Susie's in and the things she's seen, the beach ball coming down the mountain into the ocean and all that stuff. I think it fits. I almost think it's better that it has an unreal type look to it, and I actually think that it works in this case. So that being said, all kind of the blueprint work that went into the movie I thought was brilliant. I thought the casting was excellent. I thought everybody did a fantastic job. Mark Wahlberg's done a ton of stuff. The young actress that played Susie, I thought she did fantastic. Lindsay was great. All around, of course, our main villain did an excellent job of wanting us to hate him, and Susie even said as much. I hate him for what he did. And I just loved how everything had such meaning and how they were able to create different moods in every scenes. Like the scene with, again, I don't know if it'll make the cut, but the scene where our villain is driving in the car and all you hear is the real slow sound of the engine and the car's making that turn. It's like the car almost becomes a villain in that scene. And there's been a handful of movies where that's been done. And I certainly appreciate what they did here. But yeah, I mean, I obviously there's a ton of themes in here. Does it give people hope? Is justice ever truly served? Because I think for me, the villain got off easy in my book. Guys slip and falls. The icicle, we saw that earlier in the movie, and that was going to eventually play out. But that in the end, that's what did him in. But me personally. Okay, he gets to fall down a cliff and be done, but there's no sense of justice, I don't think, for any of the families that, that he affected by what he did. And
there's zero.
I would have liked to have seen him just rot in jail and, let the prison justice system do its job as it's known to do with individuals who do this sort of thing. So, but again, I think that's part of just because that's not what I wanted. I think that's the whole point of the movie, that things like that don't always work out the way we want. Like, I'm sure, everybody in this film would have wanted things to go differently. And I think that's kind of the whole point of it, that you don't always get the ending, or justice isn't always served in the traditional way that we think it should be. So that was, something that I think can be looked at. For as brilliant as this movie was, this is another one of those, I saw it once and I'm good. I can appreciate how great it is, but I don't want to watch this movie again. I don't want to go through that first 40 minutes or whatever it was. Again, I'll reference a movie like The Impossible, where kind of the same thing, talking about true events that happened. This was a novel, so a little bit different, but something where it hits you so hard, you don't need to watch it again. And, so I'm going to kick it over to the other guys here. I'm going long, but just a movie that I wanted to give its credibility to, and wanted to give it its flowers for how good it was, but not something that I need to watch again for sure.
Yes. A heavy movie. If you're into anything like true crime, you kind of see what they did here. Like you saw, if it makes the cuts or not, how he was like staring at the safe because it was his latest trophy, his scrapbook, how he made sure he had plans even to the detail where they would, watch them and see what their daily routines were, so that way they could pick their moment. Even when he threw away the charms, which he almost got caught, he still kept the one charm, so that way he had his trophy. But just like any and all, they called it here, he had an itch, and so then he turned his way to the sister. But and then you look at it too, like wondering how he got away with it so much. Well, it's the 70s, obviously. This took place in 73, so obviously there's not as many means as there are now to be able to get caught. I mean, we saw the bulk of his crimes too were also in the 60s. So the part that I saw that I really thought was the injustice was the no closure for the Salmon family. The other victims, sadly, at least the family were able to get closure because they had found, the body, whereas a lot of the times the hardest things that happen to these families is whether they get caught or whatever. It's then we need to find the remains so that way we have closure and we can finally say goodbye. And in this, the injustice to me is for the family. They didn't have the final closure. They know who did it, and yeah, eventually he got taken out, but they never got to get the closure of that. And another takeaway from this movie is exactly what parents and family go through when this stuff happens. Obviously, my wife knows a lot more about these things than I do, but with a lot of the cases, a lot of times this does affect the family a lot worse than what you think it would. And they showed it off pretty well in this movie that, you can say what you want about the mom, but like they had their own ways of trying to cope, right? Jack wanted to solve it. He wanted to figure everything out, and it was just engulfing him. Whereas, the mom just wanted to kind of push it away. So you can see how that affected families. I mean, they try to have a little levity with the mother-in-law with Susan Sarandon, but it didn't. They had to kind of like pick their moments, I think, for as far as levity. And
well, it's hard to
especially
have that,
it right away, because we've watched plenty of things on the channel that they try to throw it in. Usually it's you get it right away at the beginning before it gets really into the meat of the matter. That's really the heartbreaking story. But I thought it was really well done. I think Peter Jackson did a great job with laying everything out as far as the spiritual world and everything in between. The editors did a great job, and even anyone that involved in the CGI. It's a heavy topic. It's a hard watch, but I appreciate everyone that put their time and effort into this, because they told a hard story to watch, but they told it really well.
Yeah, well, and it's like you said, with not getting, like you said, the
closure.
families didn't get the closure of finding the body. Just like I was saying, we don't really get the satisfaction of justice of Harvey,
because
paying for his crime.
Here's the thing, though, too. He could have been paying for his crimes, and they could have asked where the body was, and he would say, "I don't know." Because there's plenty that do that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
They like to not tell them where they are, or they leave them on wild goose chase.
It seems like we got like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get
at least for the
closure there,
Salmon family. I mean, we saw the other victims.
but they did seem happy at the end.
Well, I don't know if you can really say it was full closure. Yeah, they got the body, but they also didn't get the man either. So I don't know.
Right,
I don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
I would classify
I'm
it as
saying-
full closure.
And I'm just saying, at least with
it's like a double
being
whammy.
able to say goodbye to your daughter, you have, or son or daughter. Well, in this case, all daughters. You at least have that closure of that. That's what I was getting at.
I was this close, and if I had started and been the first one to react, I would have completely just buried this film. And it is because of Diamond Dave. He went back about 2 or 3 times to the icicle falling, and I apologize. And please feel free to come at me in the comments. I'll openly accept it for this one. And it just like light bulbs went off. This ending was perfection. And I'll tell you why. And had I started with this reaction, the reviews, and not seen Diamond Dave go back to the icicles, I would have had the exact same thing you guys were saying. Because as we're finishing this up, I'm like, did we get closure for the families? Really? He fell and hit his head? 1 concussion, that's it? We saw multiple times Susie's ability to send signals and do things physically with the flower opening, with the flame and the reflection. That icicle falling was Susie.
Yeah, that glare.
Susie. So right.
Yeah.
But
They
but
hinted
okay.
at that, yeah.
So Susie, the final victim, got to enact her revenge on this guy. What better way to end it than the final victim to say, you know what? I'm going to be the one to take you out, and I'm going to do it in such a manner when you were trying to have another victim. That's when I'm going to step in when you least expect it, and I'm going to take you out. And here's where I'm going to go. And like I said, I'm a full transparency. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm super insightful, because had I gone first, I would have trashed this film with the exacts. I was ready to go in real hard on this about the same things with closures. And then I start like going back while these gentlemen are talking, and look, that's the benefit of like getting to let it stew in your head and not just going first. So this is what kind of I'm thinking. The dad, his persistence is what motivated Lindsay, right? I think that's pretty clear. The dad's persistence is what's motivated Lindsay. Lindsay starts looking into it. So you had the dad who wouldn't give up on things, and had he given up, everybody would have just moved on. The dad motivates Lindsay to move on. Lindsay, and it was kind of symbolic that they did show her training and running and stuff, like she's building mental strength but physical strength, so you feel like if something goes south, she's going to have the ability to handle this. Lindsay, getting into the house and getting the book, she brings to light who this guy is. Now, we saw him with the charm from her, and what we know from, what we know now about people who are serial killers is that they keep mementos, right? So even though that Susie was saying earlier that they found the bodies of all these victims, I think the movie is trying to, it wants you to assume that he would have kept other charms and other scrapbooks and maybe other descriptions or whatever. So I think it can be assumed that when he was caught, the families of the other 6 people would have been able to have some sort of closure in that regard. Knowing that this is the guy who did it, they would have contacted them. Hey, we found this, we found this necklace, we found this. And in fact, just this last weekend, I was out of town and I watched either Ancient Aliens or Forensic Files. And there was a Forensic Files, an old serial killer that lived in Alaska in the 70s. And he kept it was an arrowhead necklace chain from one of his victims. And he kept it. And he had it up in the rafters of his house, stuffed under insulation with the firearm that he used. but it was the firearms wouldn't have been enough evidence. But he kept this arrowhead chain. It was I forget the guy's name, but it was in Alaska in the 70s. And then they were able to go back, and he had this was 20 or 30 some people that he had killed. But it was that one thing. So as far as closure for the families, I think it's implied that the 6 other families would have been notified and had closure that it was him. The dad's persistence, and even the mom leaving, right? And again, this is all stuff that's filling into my head in the last 2 minutes while these guys are talking. Like I said, I was ready to just completely bury this movie. I think the mom leaving, had she stayed, the dad was ready to be okay, we got to move past this. We got to move past this. We got to move. Had she stayed, I think in order to kind of keep the family healthy, the dad would have maybe moved past it, and then all this falls apart. And look, we saw he was already plotting to have Lindsay be his next victim. Yep. So I think you have everything worked out exactly the way it needed to with the family for Lindsay to find him for this. The other families get justice. Susie gets to be the one to give the final blow to this guy. She gets her revenge. And for me, I will differ from you from the rotting in prison thing. And I just look controversial to some people. Other people may agree, but I just rather see the guy taken out.
It just seems too easy for me. Why does he get to go out that easy? Why does he get to go out just a cliff after what he did?
I know what you're saying. So
but I think the point is justice isn't always what we expected.
It's not what we expected,
and
but
it still worked out like you were saying.
For me,
with Lindsay and
if you were to, who is more deserving to take this guy out for all the victims? If not to say, of course, this is a wildly hypothetical situation, but if you were to line all the victims up in the room and say, hey, go to jail or let one of us handle it, it would be, you could almost say the same things for the family. You take all the families of all these victims, and I know this is a super sensitive topic, so please understand that we're talking about a film and it's touchy to begin with. But look, if super hypothetically, if this was my family that this happened to, right? And I had the choice, this is a very difficult subject to talk about as a parent. But if I had the choice as a parent and it was my family and somebody said, well, you get to pick, send him to jail for the rest of his life or push his ass off a cliff. I'm pushing his ass right off a fucking cliff.
Well, and that's where Answer makes the good argument of, maybe they'll enjoy prison.
And a lot of them like to be manipulative and not help.
Granted, like I said, normally the prison justice system takes care of these guys.
Yes, there's that, but a lot of them,
they did something.
A lot of these serial killers, they revel in the fame that they get from it, if you will. And obviously, it's different now. But yeah, dude, if I'm the family member of one of these guys and they say, hey, check this box, they go to prison forever, or tell you what, you can push his ass off a cliff and his head's gonna smash on rocks, dude. I'm betting you 99 out of 100 people push his ass off the cliff. So again, this was a film where I needed time to brew on it. And look, you're getting really raw reactions from us here, and usually we stop, we go right into it, and so sometimes there's not the hey, let's sit back and roundtable this before the camera's rolling, and it can be good, bad, or otherwise, because it would be nice to bounce things off each other, but you're getting the most raw reaction if we just go right into it. I now looking at it, I think the movie was wildly satisfying as far as the end. But this is something that if you watched it and didn't like it, which I know it got mixed reactions, watch it again. Now, as far as the construction of the movie, I'll talk about that because I know I've gone extensive.
Real quick before you go into that, let's just say you were. Because I was thinking the same thing. As soon as they showed the glare, I don't think I said it during there because I was just so sucked in, but they made it obvious that
it was her.
Susie.
Yep.
And then it drops down, right? And then he does the fall. So, right here, I think this is just me playing around and thinking back to the story. Back when George was telling Jack when they were walking back to the backyard there, it's all about concealment and the art of concealment and patience. Mm-hmm. That to me, and I'm not saying this is what they did for the writing team, but for me, going off of all this, because all that time went by, that line for me now comes all the way back to that icicle moment, and then he does.
Yeah, and that's what Holly said too.
When Holly. Now back to your thing real quick. I just want to get this out before I forget, because you were just on that topic. So for Susie's persistence was key throughout this whole thing in the in-between world, I believe is what the movie was calling it. And that's where she was mainly at until basically the end. Holly, to me, is a representation of the unfortunate victims there, because she said something along the lines of, everyone dies, we got to let it go. It was something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But it was Susie's persistence every step of the way with patience during this whole time, which to me is actually kind of wild in just stopping and thinking about it for the most part here, because if she, in every step of this, you take one piece of the puzzle out, does the ending actually happen like this in this story?
Yeah. All you saw right away at the beginning, Jack with her and the mini sailboats talking to her about patience. So I think that was a theme throughout the whole thing, because even with Lindsay, it was patience in her and buying her time to eventually get into the house, and then even patience with police opening it up and finding the secret and everything. Like everything was about that.
Yep, and then you can also say to the injustice or injustice, patience is a big part of that game, because unfortunately, in some cases, it's not an instant result.
Yeah, and I look, just for real quick, for the acting, phenomenal. As far as the effects that they used to represent that place in between, I was good with it. Look, it felt very CGI-y. But I think that's good for this film, because I think it helps differentiate. Yes, it really helps differentiate it. It creates like this fantasy world. So I thought it was great. So
I've never been there, so who knows?
Yeah, and I
know
think
what it looks like.
And I think as far as if you're somebody who believes in karma and the universe works out the way it should, I think that was also representative here, because as the other victims were there, they were all like, okay, it's time to go now. So they'd all been there for, some of these were lost in the 60s. So they'd all been there for a while, and they were all like, okay, now it's time to go. So collectively, they recognized that their time had come. So I think we all knew that, that they knew that Susie was the one who was going to finally end this. So again, this is a film where I think you really have to soak this film in, which is difficult because, as Mason Quinn brought up, you're so disgusted when you start watching this film. It's so gross that it's hard to, and everything that happens is the movie. It almost has to be your experience as somebody watching, like just be patient. Because honestly, this is one where if I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, this is gross. I don't know that I want to finish it. Of course, for the channel, we're gonna finish it, but it's almost reflective of the viewer experience. That be patient. If you want some quick resolution and the bad guy gets it and is off, or the police come in or whatever, you're gonna have to wait. But yeah, a film where I think the more you think about it and the more you let it simmer, it just gets exponentially better and better and better.
Yeah, and with these spiritual, in the in-between world scenes, I feel like there's a lot of layers, at least during your first time watch, that you're probably going to pick. I'll say because maybe some folks are just like so in tune, they got like 99% of it. But for I feel like I'd have to go back and watch the on a second or maybe even third time watch again, pick up everything that they were layering there, because I feel like in the in-between world, they had a lot of layers there where subjectivity can come into play, because you can insert your own experiences and pull from that, or obviously what they're handing you here in the film. So I think with the in-between world was interesting from Susie's perspective. And in the beginning, I was kind of shocked that they told us within the first 15 minutes, Susie told us I'd die. And I thought that was very unique, because for me, with this, I feel that was a pretty unique and interesting way for them to soften the blow, because considering the subject matter that they're handing us in this film of 7, Susie being 8, young
Well,
young kids.
It's kind of like Black Phone in that idea that it's a guy taking young kids, and it's like super gross and very uncomfortable to watch.
Well, for me, no, but I understand for you, maybe yes, because to me this was a little bit more different than Black Phone, because the way he was going about this itch and doing it and now we got Susie taking us on this journey the whole time. I feel like the in-between world and her doing the voiceover, I mean, they set a bar as soon as they said that, like high. And then they had the tension just getting higher because we are anticipating it as an audience of like, man, how is this going to happen? What are they going to show it? Oh, God, here's the spot. So, but then they did like and maybe elegant's a bad word here, but I felt like as an elegant tastefulness way of her going through the white light, showing him in a white light lit bathroom of, yep, here's the blood and here's the mud and him in between there, because they could have shown the slash and gash. They didn't do
very,
that.
very creative storytelling. Very creative.
And like I said, maybe some of those words aren't the best words, but
I think
they could have, again, they could have did the whole slash and gash. But the in-between world was also a unique way to soften it just a little bit.
For me, it's harder that they did it this way versus just him going in there being a serial killer, because then it just turns into Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Saw, and it's just a blood fest, gore porn, horror movie type thing that people are into. This, to me, is way more difficult to absorb than something like that.
You mean emotionally or for the story?
For the story and emotionally. If he just goes in there and cuts and it's brutal and it's gross, like, oh yeah, it's gross, but that falls into a category of movies you've seen before, where it's ultra bloody and violent and whatever. Whereas with this, the way they did it, at least for me, it hits that much harder because it's like, what's happening. You're seeing this creep plotting his moves the whole way, and what's going to happen to her. You can't do anything about it.
And hey, they made us not like Stanley Tucci.
Well,
and if we go back, we'd see him a few times in the mall as well.
Yeah, remember that's when I was like, hey, that's our guy from Devil Wears Prada. That was Stanley.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I'd like to apologize to the gentleman in the food court who was just getting a house
for his.
Well,
hey,
that was classic deception, right? Because they teed up that line.
They did.
A guy just
can't judge,
and they made him in the shot about 3 times.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up is, we saw Black Phone. This time frame, like the late 60s, early 70s, even into the early 80s, it's such a conflicting, because we look back on it and it feels like, oh, it was a simple time. Kids would ride their bikes to the park and the street lights would come on and stuff like that. But it also feels, when something happens, you feel so helpless because you can't ping them to a cell phone. The kids don't have air tags in their backpacks. The neighbors don't have Ring cameras to see if there was strange cars in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have security cameras on every gas station corner, where you can check cars, no Amber Alerts.
You might have game cameras in this cornfield.
The main thing, though, is the cell phones. They'll ping the cell phones off your the last tower. They're checking that.
Something as simple as a cell phone. And I know a lot of parents, and it's people have thoughts on it, but I know there's a lot of parents putting air tags and in backpacks and in shoes and jackets and belts and all sorts of stuff for security purposes. But when you have it in this time frame, it's almost weird, because like if you do it in like the 30s and 40s, it seems like too innocent. But like that 70s and 80s, they'll color grade it. They'll color grade it.
Kind of relate because we were.
It is, it is. And look, there was a lot. I mean, if we look back in history, and Answer, you brought up your wife, but I forget whether it was the 60s or the 70s when they really started accurately profiling serial killers. There's a great show on TV that got Mindhunter that got canceled, or they only did a few seasons, about profiling.
Good job, Netflix.
About profiling serial killers.
Show.
But I want to say it was around the 60s and 70s when they really started profiling him, and it wasn't just random stuff. But again, a very interesting film, you know, and it's crazy. Like we're watching it and it's like, cause I was this close to just being like, "Arr." And you're like, oh, Peter Jackson, Spielberg, you'd think it was something. And I think the more you sit on it and the more you talk about it, the more you start to realize things that made this movie what it was. Okay. So
yeah, and I know I mentioned in there when he did The Fall, that wasn't enough. But to me, I mean, again, genius that they did the glare for showing that it was Susie. But it was just like bing, bong, boom. And then, yeah, he was dead. But it was just like after what he did to those 8
I mean, there couldn't have been a wood chipper on the bottom or something.
Yeah, well, it was. There's almost, but you can look at that a couple different ways. There was like all the sketchy shit you did, all that, and you know how we're gonna take you out.
Something as simple as
we're gonna take you out by your dumbass had an icicle. Like I'm like, is this thing gonna fall and go in the head? Are they?
That's
gonna
what
give
I was
us,
thinking, but I knew they wouldn't go that gory.
Are they gonna? Are they gonna give us that? This is something as simple as, hey, guess what? This is just an icicle that's gonna fall, and oops, sorry. You don't even get the dignity of some sort of glorified, bunch of police officers taking you out in a blaze of glory. You don't, and not that we're gonna glorify the death of a serial killer, but you know what?
The news.
You're gonna slip on the ice and hit your head, and guess what? That's how you go out.
Well, and especially for a guy who was so perfect for 30 years, 20 years, however since he started. He was perfect. He was perfect since the 60s and never slipped up until the end.
And one
did slip up.
Yeah.
One gripe, and it may not be for everyone, and that's fair if you want to come after me and say, Dave, you're wrong in this situation. But when Lindsay had the book, I truly feel like with the way that Lindsay was feeling just like Jack, and she had the book, I'm almost positive majority of folks in that situation would have been screaming, opening it up, Dad! And then the second that she saw Mom, yep, I understand that would be that quick pause of like, holy shit, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom,
but Mom,
look what I found.
Yeah.
Like, we have the guy.
I think she knew that I think that was supposed to symbolize she knew that her dad needed that moment.
Patience.
With Mom. And
Mom.
I definitely get it.
Look at that. Then patience.
But I do like that she at least gave it to Grandma, and then Grandma.
Yeah, because I was waiting, like, wait a minute.
When she put it behind her back from Grandma.
I was like, no way she hides this so everybody because that's where I was like, okay, that's not closure. That's not closure.
And the reason why I bring that up is because that is her flesh and blood sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and she just got chased by the guy.
And she just got chased. So that emotion, that fear, that adrenaline, again, I may be wrong in some cases, but in the other half of that is some people would immediately and especially I think she was 17. Either way, a kid, we'll just say in here. Does not matter what Mom and Dad are doing. That kid with that fear, that adrenaline would have opened it up. We have her hair.
I'm gonna take that one step further, and it is a gripe. Look, I'm not gonna let it impact my overall score, but the second she got out of that house and started running, screaming top of her lungs, that's what bothered me. The second she got out and she could get up, and we saw her get the wind knocked out of her, but the second she was able to get up and get running and she got over there, she would have been screaming, help, help, help. There's no way she would have just ran home, especially knowing everything that happened. She would have been screaming at the top of her lungs. So again, something I'm not going to sit here and harp on it because it was part of the story. They wanted that reveal when she got into the house and not all the neighbors coming out. Because look, that's the other thing. If she starts screaming, help, help, help.
Well, nobody comes when you yell help. You got to yell fire.
Well, in the 80s, the 70s, it was different. But if she starts screaming right when she runs out, help, 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 it gives him, if she's screaming, help, it's him, it's him, it's him. He tried. Guess what? All the neighbors come out. And then like, whoa, somebody follow that guy. It changes the way that the story has to end.
Yeah. I mean,
that was the unrealistic part for me. So she ran home without screaming when this dude was chasing her,
And I get, with the stories in movies, TV films, sometimes you just got to park logic and just take the ride. I definitely get that. Yeah. But I do wish in a tone of this film, a couple of things would have been just a little bit slightly changed, but it does not change the impact because I get the point that they're trying to drive to get it to Grandma and then get us to the next steps or the next beats of the story. So I get it.
Yeah, I can see where you guys are coming from, but I also see why they did it for the purpose.
Yep. And then also too.
Yeah, it's fiction.
Yeah, it's fiction. All right. So also too with what I was happy seeing is like how the grieving process was for the family involved. So I thought they really did a good job of showing how one person will take it, another person will take it, and then grandma kind of felt like she just kind of
that's the thing,
had her thing. But I feel like some kind of folks in that situation would she was an I think she obviously was an
I think
alcoholic.
that's what they're implying. She was an alcoholic popping the pills. And because at first I'm like, does grandma not even know? But she had already processed, I think, and knew her
processed. Yep.
Granted, alcoholic maybe acting differently, but she knew what her role was to come into that house and provide some level of stability and normalcy while they were going through that,
And I do appreciate Peter Jackson and crew having grandma, Susan Sarandon, being the levity of the film, because they had that little run there to try to bring up spirits for everyone. Because again, this movie, the tones that they were going for was to punch you, bring you down, bring you up, and then get you going on a ride to.
For me, her purpose was almost like, okay, if mom leaves and then dad has to go into he's got to go into dad mode, right? And you have a son and a high school daughter, and dad's got to go into dad mode. Having grandma there, she seemed like the fun grandma, so brings a little levity for the kids, but also allows Mark Wahlberg's character to kind of stay on the path he's at without you feeling like he's the dad, like horribly neglecting his two kids. Right. Because we've seen that before in real. We've seen that in real life situations where
they're so closed off to the rest of the world and hyper focus on one thing that everything
forget about the rest of the family.
Everything crumbles around them. Look out for this. It was a really good, really well done 5 out of 5 answers for me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, for me, I hope that when I gave my review, you folks didn't think that I didn't appreciate the way that the story went and how all the endings played out. Just because it didn't go the way that I would have preferred, I understand why they did it the way they did, and justice as we see it isn't always served in such a traditional sense. So I think, it's a incredibly well done film. The ending was great. The performance with Mark Wahlberg and Stanley Tucci there in the backyard talking about the duck blind, that was incredible. Mark Wahlberg, he can really crush it when he wants to, or he can be pretty silly and funny at the same time. So for me, this was a 5. Again, I'm not going to watch it again. Saw it once, I'm good, but it was an absolute 5.
Yeah, if I go right into my score the second we wrap up the movie, it's a real low score. I needed a little bit, and luckily I went third to have some time to really let this soak in. And took me a bit, but I agree. After really sitting back and just taking a deep breath, like everything the way it worked out, and the fact that you get the final victim is the one who gets to do the final deed and deliver that last bit of justice. That's a good story.
Yeah. 4.2 for me. Again, I want to go back and look at a couple of things, and you already heard my nitpicks. I wouldn't mind seeing it one more time, and then I'd be done, because I feel like after you see it once and now you know everything, now you can look for a little bit of the added little additions that they were doing. They're like, when we were going back, you saw the hat, you saw the ball in the ocean there, the flute. So little things like that. Now it's like, they were telling that we were going on a journey with Susie, and then everything made sense right there in the very end.
Peter Jackson and the
I could very much see your point. I could see watching this one more time, knowing the ending, because then when things pop up, you're gonna be like, oh, they gave it to him. He was in the mall, or oh, we saw this, or we saw that, or a little thing at school. And then once you've seen it, you're like, okay, now I've caught everything. Now this type of story, I'm good with.
Yep. So. And shout out to cast and crew and the actors. I know I'm going to butcher her name. Saoirse? Either way, crushed it as usual. Sorry I butchered your name, but everyone crushed it on it.
All right. Well, this was a good movie.
This was something
for us. If you enjoyed us watching it. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm Course Answer. Good night now, pals.